Hi everybody! Welcome on in. Have my captions died again? Oh no, there they are. They're just a bit behind. How are we all today? It's my birthday! I am 24 today. That's too old. Hi Leo! I am playing Fire Emblem. It's very exciting. So I put a capture card like on my wish list in a kind of thing of like, oh, this is on my wish list. Maybe people will give me money towards it. And then my parents just went out and bought it because they're wonderful. So now we can play Switch games. So we're playing Fire Emblem. Oh, thank you, Human Wookie. You're in the office, so you can't tag along beyond this message. But happy birthday. Thank you very much. I'm glad you dropped in. But yes, definitely focus on your work. I don't know if you've said this before, but I love your starting soon screen. Yeah, it's a whole like same kind of theme with all of the rest of it. With the like, oh, it's called Pride Minimal, and I was like, that's me. A little bit of pride every day. So yeah, thank you for it's one of the best you think you've seen. Oh, thank you. I mean, I can't take credit for it. I didn't design it, but it was free. But yes, I do love it indeed. And I recently found, yesterday actually, I found the matching alert boxes. I didn't know they existed. So now we have matching alert boxes, which is very fun. Thank you for all the welcome Corgo boys, Leo. We love to see it. Nate Scott Jones and Daniel, hello. Thank you for the happy birthday wishes and Pilot Ace. I'm glad you definitely remembered. Yeah, I spoke to Pilot Ace yesterday. It's fine. Neither of us ever remember each other's birthdays, so it's all good. Wave to Freddie. Freddie does need some love. Freddie hasn't had enough love on my birthday yet. Let's put those down. Freddie! Here he is. Freddie was birthday present from last year. So, I've had Freddie for an entire year. Hey, look at that. Hey, Freddie. Here's to a year. The problem with streaming in the middle of the day, trying to avoid the gaps in the curtain. Yes, thank you for the love for Freddie. Freddie loves you back. It's Freddie's birthday too. Yeah, I guess it is. I don't know if obviously like plants don't get born, so Freddie existed a long time before I had him a little bit, but he's much bigger now. He's grown a lot. I'm very proud of him. But yeah, I thought today, because it's a Monday, so like I'm the only one in the house at the moment, and we're going out this evening. And I was like, you know what I love doing? I want to do a stream on my birthday, because why not? And now we get to play Fire Emblem. I'm super excited about Fire Emblem actually, because so I played it once through on the Blue Lions one, and I played that on my brother's Switch before I had my Switch, so I don't have the save file, unfortunately. Although if I get a Nintendo Online membership, then I might be able to transfer it over. That would be nice. But yes, so I have no save files on this game on my Switch. So we're going to start Black Eagles. Because according to my friend who has played all of them, that's the best one for me to do next. So that's what we shall be doing. I hope I've set everything up correctly. Please let me know if anything's going weird. You should be able to hear everything and see everything. I got a new light as well from my lovely grandparents. Bought me a fancy new ring light. Unfortunately, I have a tiny desk. So it's currently... I've removed a picture that was on the wall up there. And I've hung the ring light on the pin in the wall. So it's a little precarious. But it's there! You can see my face now! Did I have a Switch Online when I last played it? No, I didn't, so it might not do that. A raid? Hello, Bayless115. Thank you for the raid. I'm just starting. Hello there. welcome on in. It's my birthday! Yeah, welcome to all you new people. I'm a kind of, well, variety streamer in the topic of games, I would say. I do a lot of different stuff, but today we're doing Fire Emblem, because it's one of my favourite games ever. So yeah, oh, I haven't updated that welcome in a little bit. It only says for Sundays. I also stream Wednesdays and Fridays at 3 UK time. That's the one thing to know. I need to update that. That's the word I was trying to say. It being my birthday is why you chose me over the other Fire Emblem streamers. Oh, thank you so much. What were you playing? Let's find out. Let's find out. Diablo 2. Ooh. I've never played Diablo. It's never really appealed to me, but I don't know, I might enjoy it. Who knows? But I say this about a lot of games. I always go, oh, that's never really appealed to me. And then I play it and I go, oh my gosh, yes. So, yeah. Some of your favorite games ever. What, Fire Emblem? Oh, I missed your previous message. Did you play the GameCube Wii Fire Emblems? No, I didn't. This is the first Fire Emblem I've ever played. And the only one so far. But it is so good. So I'm very excited. You're just coming off a 24-hour charity stream. Oh my goodness. But Fire Emblem is your main game. Oh, that's amazing. What? Well, oh, tell us about the charity you were streaming for. That's very exciting. Shall we get a start since we've got all these lovely raiders? Should we make a start with our actual Fire Emblem? Let me stop the music. Go on over. Here we are. Right. Hey, Betty! Thank you for the well wishes. Welcome in. You're just in time for us to start our game. Normal, thank you. I'm bad at games. Connect to the network and play online. I can't do that. So no. You are raising money for the Children's Miracle Network at the University of Iowa Steadfast Children's Hospital. Wow! Amazing. I hope that you manage to get all the good monies for the children. A goal of $250. You raised over $285. Yes! Woo! We can celebrate with some Fire Emblem. Good job. Okay, I need to remind myself now of what happens here, because I can't remember. That's a bit loud. I'm going to turn that down a bit. There we go. Oh no, I've lost my Streamlabs somehow. How did I do that? Sorry everybody, I'm having some technical difficulties. Why are you going over there? So what has basically happened here is, for some reason, Streamlabs. That's a wonderful alert, but I can't see it. Thank you to whoever it was. Oh no. Streamlabs has decided to go off my screen and I can't get at it. I also don't know if you can see the game because the game captures doesn't seem to be working either. What is happening? I have no control over the stream.
He's gone now, Mother.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Many bits from Betty. I can see the chat on my phone at least. Thank you, Betty. I don't know how to fix this. I'm gonna quickly hang on. I'm gonna quickly pause this and just check my screens. Apologies, everybody. I would give you a nice break while I sort myself out, but I can't even do that. Okay, okay. I've got 2 screens now. Ah, I'm back. I've got it. There it is. Incredible. Right, okay. I think we are back. Has it been frozen on that for you all this time? I think the game capture's crashed as well. Ah! What's going on with you? Yeah, that's crashed. That's what's happened. Okay. Let's look at this chat while it thinks. Oh, it's closed down completely. Fabulous. You leave all your amazing viewers in my more than capable hands. Oh, thank you. I hope your birthday is amazing as you imagined it would be. Thank you very much. Right. There we go. Game's back. The work gods have fallen down on the job and you're able to watch the stream. Hi, Whisper Josephine. Lovely to have you. I'm glad you're managing to get here. And Betty, thank you for the bits. Lots of Corgo boys. You gave me your bad luck. You can get onto Twitch and I can't see Streamlabs. It's okay. I think we're back again. Let's go back on. Here we go. I apologise if you missed. It's basically a big battle that was going on there. If I change my input back, is it going to break again? You didn't miss much in that cutscene. That was the entire cutscene, basically.
I wonder how you got in here.
Oh, Leo, look at all those wonderful emotes. Thank you. We are back, everybody. So, I think you got the gist of most of that cutscene. There's basically a big battle. The big, like, saintly green hair lady killed the other guy. And she seemed rather upset about it. And that is all I can remember because I wasn't paying attention. Oh dear. Honestly, I was like, I can stream Switch games now. My PC has so much more processing power. It'll be fine. But no. Here we are. We're back.
It is most rude to interrupt a moment of repose.
What is this?
Very rude indeed.
Leo, according to all known laws of aviation, there is no way a bee should be able to fly. Ooh, we're getting facts from Leo. Its wings are too small to get its fat little body off the ground. The bee, of course, flies anyway because bees don't care what humans think is impossible. Yellow, black, yellow, black, yellow, black, yellow, black. Ooh, black and yellow. Let's shake it up a little. Barry, breakfast is ready. Is that a quote from something? Because I don't recognize it if it is. Is it Bee Movie? I see. It has been literal years since I have watched the Bee Movie. I would never have gotten that in a million years. Oh dear. We've cursed the stream already. Let's get back to what's this lady doing? Well, I'll pretend I don't know. I do know. I've played it before. But here we are.
I wish to have a look at you.
I'm sorry, Leo. I'm sorry to disappoint you. I am female. It has been literal years since you've seen the Bee Movie. You're correct.
Who are you anyway?
I'm a ghost. I'm a demon. I'm immortal. It's Halloween. I'm a ghost.
Do not deceive. You would do well to keep your wit in line.
Well, I guess it's not Halloween anymore, but sort of. I'm immortal. Okay.
I see. Then you must have a name of sorts. Go on.
Is that a Corgo bee, Leo? Look at the Corgo bee. My name is Chloe. I'm always boring and I name my characters after myself. Bip, 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 bip. Isn't today the Day of the Dead? Oh, it might be. I don't actually know exactly when that is.
Huh. I shall
But it is
never
around
grow
now, isn't it?
accustomed to the sound of human names. You must possess a day of birth as well.
I do!
Beneath which moon and on what day were you born to this world?
This one! It is today!
Well, wonders never cease. It seems we share our day of birth. How strange. It all feels so...
Oh, thanks for the follow, Whisper Josephine.
I think it may be time for yet another nap.
I'm glad you finally managed to join us and your work Wi-Fi has on your side today.
It is almost time to begin.
Oh, falling asleep. Mysterious.
Hey, time to wake up. Were you having that dream again?
I was dreaming about a war or a young girl. I mean, I dreamt about both. Let's go for the young girl.
You've described her to me before. I don't think I've ever met anyone like that. In any case, just put that out of your mind for now. The battlefield is no place for idle thoughts.
He does have a point.
Risking your life is part of the job for mercenaries like us. Letting your mind wander is a sure way to get yourself killed. Okay, time to get moving. Our next job is in the kingdom. I told you before, it's far from here, so we'll need to leave at dawn.
Yes, the asexual love from Leo and the trash panda. Yes. It's just been Ace Weeks, but in my mind it's still Ace Week, so even though it's the next week. It's far from here, we'll need to leave at dawn. Of course we will, okay. I definitely know what's going on.
Oh, good grief. Everyone is already waiting for us outside.
Gerald, sir, sorry to barge in, but your presence is needed.
What's happened?
Please forgive our intrusion.
There they
We
are!
wouldn't bother you with a situation not dire.
What do a bunch of kids like you want at this hour?
We're being pursued by a group of bandits. I can only hope that you will be so kind as to lend your support.
Of course. Of
Bandits?
course.
Here?
It's true. They attacked us while we were at rest in our camp.
We've been separated from our companions and we're outnumbered. They're after our lives, not to mention our gold.
I'm
How
impressed you're staying so calm
rude.
considering the situation. Wait, that uniform.
Bandits spotted just outside the village. Damn, there are a lot of them.
Why are my captions the wrong side? Oh no! Never mind.
I guess they followed you all the way here. We can't abandon this village now. Come on, let's move. Hope you're ready.
Save in my new file. Yay! I love this. Look. Hey! I can jump. It's a lot of fun. Josephine's large coffee with 2 espresso shots is failing you miserably this morning. Oh no! I give you the wake up powers. I hope, telepathically across the internet.
Let's take care of those thieves before they overrun the village. Take down the enemies in front first. That should take the wind out of their sails.
Select a unit, then move next to an enemy. While your unit is next to an enemy, the command window will open. To attack, select the attack command and choose a weapon. Ah, you're very welcome, Whisper Josephine. Okay. Shall I go? I'm gonna go.
Stay focused.
Attack! Boom. Wow, it's been quite a while since I played this. I'm gonna have to remind myself what's going on. Luckily, there's a tutorial. Weapon durability. A weapon will break when repeated use brings its durability to 0. You can fight with a broken weapon, but your might and hit rate will be reduced. and enemies will make follow-up attacks more easily. Be careful with your weapons, you cannot repair them mid-battle. Okay,
I will prevail.
this guy's gonna die. Bye! Smash.
Failure is not an option.
Battle menu. Use the battle menu to create bookmark saves, view tutorial guides, and more. To access it, press the A button when the cursor is on an open space without an active unit. Once all your units have taken action, the player phase ends and the enemy phase begins. You can end the player phase early by selecting End from the battle menu. So yes, if you don't know Fire Emblem games, it's a turn-based strategy combat type thing. You'll cut through, will you, Dimitri? Okay. Up you go. Combat bows! I do love a good bow. Bows can attack from long range, although their hit rate is reduced as range increases. They are highly effective against flyers like Pegasus Knights and Wyvern Riders. Lovely.
Ready and willing.
Okay, well you can go there. We can talk! How exciting.
It's because of you guys that I'm not dead right now. Thanks for that.
You're very welcome.
I didn't expect to run into mercenaries like you in some remote village. The gods of fortune must be smiling on me.
Wait. Oh, they didn't do anything.
We'll advance while protecting ourselves from the enemy. Take up position inside the forest.
Noted. Terrain effects. Certain terrain will have effects on the unit occupying it. Forests, for instance, raise a unit's evasion and defense. Very good. Move your units to advantageous terrain and prepare to meet the enemy. I shall do that. You can go there. In the trees.
Yes, good. If we're in the forest, we can sustain their attacks without losing the advantage.
Terrain types. Forests are not the only terrain type you will encounter. Keep an eye out for others such as thickets and heel tiles. You can see the effects of terrain by placing your cursor over it. Press the X button on the empty space to toggle terrain information and unit icons. Ah, so if I go onto the... Oh, it says up there, defensive terrain for all except flyers. That makes sense. Dimitri can go into this forest. You can... Oh, I can't quite reach the forest. But we can talk to Edelgard.
You have a strange aura about you.
A strange aura, do I
You
now?
say you're a mercenary, so show me what you can do.
Alright. And Claude can go here. He still can't attack, that's fine. Haha! He missed! Go on, attack me. Why? How? Oh no. He can't attack back because he's got a long range weapon. You can get, I think later in the game you can get like short bows or something, or hand bows or something.
Fine opportunity. Use the combat arts I taught you.
Ooh, combat arts. Combat arts are powerful techniques that use more weapon durability than usual. They do not typically allow for follow-up attacks. Units learn new combat arts when their weapon skill levels go up. There are no combat arts for reason or faith. Those skills grant magic instead. I love magic! Right. Claude is kind of in the thick of it, which is not really where you want your archer to be. So you can go here. He can... Curved shot, who can he get? He can get this guy. Go, go, go! Nice. I think you should finish off this dude. Off you go. Miss! Miss! Rudeness. Rudeness. I can't attack that person. I can only attack this person. Nice. We activated a crest there as well. Claude! Our bisexual icon. I don't care what the game says. He's a bisexual icon. Oh, Dimitri's the only one left to go. Can he attack that guy? No. Iron Lance. Tempest Lance. Let's use that. Smite him down!
I must stay focused.
Yeah. do they keep attacking Claude? I keep putting him in the wrong place. Claude! Yes! Unfortunately, I've decided to do Black Eagles already, so we won't be seeing as much of Claude as we could do. But never mind.
Now you know your
I'm like,
limits.
look, just like, when we get a close-up of Claude, look at him and tell me he's not a bisexual icon. Using items. Select the items option to change your equipped weapon or to use items such as the Vulnerary. I think it's Vulnerary, which restores your unit's hit points. You've never seen those emotes before. Oh my gosh, that's like Batman and the Joker and Harley Quinn. Oh, have they just appeared? Amazing. I've never done the Golden Deer route. No, I've only done Blue Lions. But I want to do Black Eagles next. Did I not kill them all? Who's left? Oh, he's over there. All right then. Let's go. Actually, we don't want Claude to be at the front. What am I doing? He's already lost like half his health. Oh, we can talk to Dimitri.
Thank you. We are in your debt. It wouldn't do for us to fall in a place like this. Please, lend us your strength. Let's work together to drive out these thieves.
We will. Oh, that's not what I meant to press. Well, he's at the front anyway. Should we heal him? Yeah, why not? Use. There we go.
Damn. Why are there mercenaries in the village?
Haha.
Guess we'll have to deal with them too.
Or I'll deal with you. Haha. Hey, Sassy! Thank you for the birthday wishes.
Attack when an ally is nearby, and the enemy will be intimidated, making them easier to hit.
Will they now? Leo, you don't have a Switch right now. Every other thing you can play Fortnite on isn't handheld. That's annoying. Soon, though. Betty's going good. You're like on level 184? That's a lot of Fortnite. Oh my goodness. But yes, Sassy Pants is here. They do amazing streams. You should go check him out. What are we playing? Oh, you're just chatting. Wait, was it one of your talk? Oh no, it's Tuesdays that you do the talk show Tuesdays, isn't it? But yeah, I hope you had a good time. Thank you for coming on in here. Wait, whatever that was, my brain was like, you must have just been streaming, but I know that's not necessarily the case. Oh well, we can see. Even on my birthday, my brain doesn't work. But yes, welcome. Hello. Linked attacks. When you attack an enemy that is also in attack range of one or more of your other units, you will trigger a linked attack. During a linked attack, your avoid rate and hit rate are higher than normal. Linked attacks between certain units will also raise might. Okay. Good use of linked attacks is key to defeating powerful enemies. Linked attacks will also build support among the units involved. Very much. You did an impromptu 11-hour stream yesterday. Oh my god, Sassy. When I said you have a death wish, I don't think I was entirely wrong. Well, I hope you had a good time anyway, and I hope you had a good sleep afterwards. Leo's doing pretty good. You tried watercolor painting for the first time, and it was fun, but you're bad at it. Oh, I'm sure you're not. Yeah, watercolor painting's one of those things where I like did a tiny bit of it at school. I'm not an artist by any stretch of the imagination, but yeah, it's difficult to get right, I think. Oh, thanks for hosting, Sassy. Sheesh, Sassy. Oh, that's hard to say. Sheesh, Sassy. I hope you're resting now. Yeah, me too. But thank you for the host. It's a great day for a birthday stream. Right, what's this? Item drops. An item icon on an enemy indicates that you'll get the item that is highlighted green in the unit's details display when you defeat them. Very good. Alrighty. Dimitri's out front then. You can take some hits. And then I'll go up and join him. No, I'm going to move Claude first so that Edelgard can get closer. He can go in the bushes. And Edelgard can go a bit closer. There we go. And yes, anytime, and yes I am. I wanted to play some Minecraft today, but your boy is tired. That is more than fair. Yeah, if you've done an 11-hour stream yesterday, you definitely don't need to stream today. Take some time to rest. Oh no! Trash Panda and a Corgo Boy. Yes. I still haven't figured out. And Sherbet! What those little... Like, what those little emojis are. Are they like bears? I can't tell. Do you know, Leo? Oh no. Well, I put him there to take the hits. That's why I put him there. I like FaZe. Go on, Gerald. Do something useful. Okay, sure. Okay. We don't have much health now. But neither do these guys. Yeah.
Over already.
Level 2 for Dimitri.
Slow and steady.
Is my webcam on the wrong side? Should it be on the other side? I don't know. It's hard to tell in this game. There's things everywhere. Can we get to him? We can get to him. Whoa. Well, hopefully, if we don't miss, we'll be fine. Okay, good. You honestly have no idea. That's fair. Whoa, Dimitri, slow down. Hey, I'm level 2 as well. We must all do our part. I might move my webcam to the other side, actually. See if it's any easier on that side. Then we can see stuff a bit better. Right. This guy's the last one. I would like Claude to stay where he is. Go on, get him.
I'm gonna kill you where you stand.
No, you're not. Boom. And we still got Edelgard to go, so she should be able to finish him off. Yep. Nice one. She's nearly level 3. Woo, look at those boosts. It is a long road yet. This is a long game. It took me 70 hours to finish the first time. Where's that axe gone? Ooh. Invert those colours. Spooky.
Honestly, what are you accomplishing with that little stunt? It's like you're trying to get me killed, you
It
fool.
took you 85 the first time. Yeah, it's long.
Well, it's fine. After all, if you don't know the value of your own life, you're not going to protect it very well, are you? Of course not.
Bit rude.
Well then, I guess it's up to me to guide you from now on, right? You can call me Sothis.
Why, hello,
But
Sothis.
I'm also known as the beginning.
Not ominous at all.
Sothis. Yes, that is it. My name is Sothis. And I am also called the beginning. But who once called me that?
What is this game? It's Fire Emblem Three Houses. It's a Switch game. I've played it once before. Basically, there's like 3 different houses, like routes that you can play it as, and they're quite different. So I've played one of them. We're gonna do another one. They are cute. What are you talking about?
I was not able to recall my name until just now.
Woo! Did the audio go weird for you as well? Or was that just me?
And just
back,
like
though.
that came to me. How odd. That look upon your face. Did you think me a child? A mere child who forgot her own name? Phooey! That child's just saved your life. And what does that make you?
I am no child.
Such arrogance. You look the part, but are you truly an adult?
I'm 24 and I don't feel like it.
You threw yourself before an axe to save just one young girl.
And wouldn't you?
Yet all is well, as I have stalled the flow of time for now.
Yikes.
You would have died had I not intervened.
Magic Cocoa Boys and a sherbet. Yes. You stopped time? That's a weird thing to be able to do.
I do not hear your gratitude. Perhaps I should force you to leave? There now. Is gratitude so much to ask?
Save Sherbet from the
Indeed
evil
worth
Corgo
saving
boys.
after all.
No! Quick, someone save Sherbet. I thought the Corgo boys were lovely. OMG, I'm only a few months older than your son. Oh my goodness. Yeah. I don't know how that makes me feel. Not great. Flying fish to the rescue. Oh, yes. I love it.
Though it is only momentary, time has stopped. However did I manage that?
Sherbet is saved. Good. Everybody calm. It's all good. What will happen when time resumes?
When time begins again, the axe will tear into your flesh and you will surely meet your end.
Hey! MJat? Is it Matt? Shall I call you Matt? How you doing? Welcome on in. We're playing some Fire Emblem.
How rude of you to drag me into this. Now what to do?
Keep time frozen until I'm safe. I'll just stay here and wait to die. That's a big mood from the last 2 years, isn't it? I'm going to say that.
As though I could stand idly by and watch that come to pass. Oh, but perhaps... Of course! I must turn back the hands of time!
As you do.
Yes, I do believe it can be done. You really are quite troublesome.
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I cannot wind back time too far, but all is well. You are aware of what's to come, which means you can protect yourself this time.
Okay, if you say so.
Now go! Yes, you who bears the flames within. Drift through the flow of time to find the answers that you seek.
Ooh. Wait, we've got to not die this time. Have to drop off for a few, need to make a phone call. That's fine, Whisper Josephine. I hope it's a productive phone call. And we'll see you on the other side. Yeah.
Hey, over here.
There he is. Our boy. Our boys, I guess. But we don't care so much about Dimitri. Well, I do care about Dimitri. But Claude is just our bisexual icon.
Did you just...
The Knights of Seros are here. We'll cut you down for terrorizing our students.
Oh, thanks for happy birthday, MJat. MJat? Ah, have a fab day. Thank you very much. I'm having such a fab day already because we're here.
Hey, the thieves are running away. Go after them.
I love
The
Eloise.
students seem to be unharmed. And who's this?
Why?
Nobody else likes Eloise, but I do. Because he's funny. Edelgard is the MVP. Eloise! Yes. Oh, that's not the right button. Yeah, there we go. He's just so wholesome and lovely.
Captain Gerald? It is you. Goodness, it's been ages. Don't you recognize me? It's Alois, your old right-hand man. Well, that's how I always thought of myself anyway. Oh, it must have been 20 years ago that you went missing without a trace. I always knew you were still alive.
I love Eloise. He's the funniest. He is the funniest. He's just the best.
You haven't changed a bit, Alois. Just as loud as ever.
And very loud.
And drop that captain nonsense. I'm not your captain anymore. These days, I'm just a wandering mercenary. One who has work to do. Goodbye, old friend.
Right. Goodbye, Captain.
Eloise is always so happy. He is. He He's like,
Wait,
he's the
that
best.
isn't how this ends. I insist that you return to the monastery with me.
Once he gets an idea in his head, that's it.
I suppose this was inevitable.
And how about you, kid? Are you the captain's child?
He is a stranger to me. I'm a bandit, that is correct.
Is
I
that
am.
So? Well, physical differences aside, your mannerisms do remind me of the captain.
It does. I like this game how it doesn't tell you those things in advance. It just gives you a selection and you go, I don't know what the correct answer is. But then also it kind of makes sense in the narrative, which is kind of
I'd
cool.
love for you to see the monastery too. You will join me, won't you?
Let's go.
What's troubling you, Captain? You aren't about to run off again, are you?
Even I wouldn't dare run from the Knights of Seros.
Nobody runs from the Knights of Seros.
They do seem rather skilled. Ah, it seems your presence is required. Get going.
We can hear her voice. I'm sorry, I'm just putting my cushion down.
Back there. Your skill is beyond question.
There we go.
You're clearly an experienced mercenary.
I am,
And your
thank you very
father,
much.
That would be Gerald, the Bladebreaker,
Sounds like he is as well.
former captain of the Knights of Seros, oft praised as the strongest knight to ever live. Have I missed anything?
I didn't know he was a captain.
How curious. I'd wager the explanation for that is fascinating indeed.
Hey, you are coming with us to the monastery, right? Of course you are. I'd love to bend your ear as we travel. Oh, I should mention that the three of us are students of the Officers' Academy at Garrigmach Monastery. We were doing some training exercises when those bandits attacked. I definitely got the worst of it.
Of course you did,
That
Claude.
would be because you ran off.
Too true. I was the first to make a strategic retreat. Everything would have worked out if these two hadn't followed me and ruined everything. Because of them, every single one of those bandits chased after us. Utterly ridiculous.
Ah, so that's what you were thinking, Claude. And here I thought you were acting as a decoy for the sake of us all.
His intentions were as clear as day. You will prove a lacking ruler if you cannot see the truth behind a person's words.
You will prove a lacking ruler yourself if you look for deceit behind every word and fail to trust those whom you rely
I don't
on.
like it when Mum and Dad fight.
Oh, joy. A royal debate between their highnesses. I wonder how being completely predictable affects one's ability to wield power. Personally, as the embodiment of distrust, I'd say your little exchange smacks of naivete.
If Dimitri and Edelgard are Mum and Dad, then Claude is definitely the like cool kooky uncle.
Me, naive. Tell me, are you actually incapable of keeping quiet, or is your lack of self-awareness a condition of some sort?
In any case, forgive our digression. I must speak with you if you can spare a moment. The way
Okay.
you held your ground against the bandits' leader was captivating. You never lost control of the situation. It showed me I still have much to learn.
Your skill is precisely why I must ask you to consider lending your services to the Empire.
Or Claude is the pet dog personified. I think he might be. Hang on. I don't know if I'm hearing things, but I think the cat might be outside the door. We'll find out, I guess.
I might as well tell you now. I am no mere student. I am also the Adrestian Empire's...
Halt, Edelgard. Please allow me to finish my own proposition. The Holy Kingdom of Fargus is in dire need
What's a
of
girl to do?
exceptional
Being
individuals like
proposed
yourself.
by... Propositioned so much, that's the word.
Please, do consider returning to the kingdom with me.
Whoa there, you two sure are hasty. Trying to recruit someone you just met. Tactless, really.
Claude
I
knows
was
what's up.
personally planning to develop a deep and lasting friendship on our journey back to the monastery before begging for favors. But it seems there's no time for niceties in this world. So, capable stranger, let's get right to it. Where does your allegiance lie?
It seems one's place of birth is quite significant to them. Yet they are so impressed by you that you may take your pick. Well,
Well, since we want to do the Black Eagles route, let's say Adrestian Empire.
A wise choice. Though the Empire has fallen from its former glory, the other regions are merely offshoots that pale in comparison.
All right, that's
If you
enough
say so.
with the small talk. It's time to head back to the monastery.
Let's
Looks like
go.
We'll have to pick this up another time.
My, they are in such a hurry. You know, each of the three is most unique.
They are. What about Edelgard? She is a refined young woman, but I feel as though she is always evaluating me. Dimitri? He seems quite sincere, but I sense darkness lurking beneath. Haha. Claude. His easy smile is striking, but that smile doesn't reach his eyes. Baby.
Yes, I thought the same. I am so sleepy once again.
Okay, bye, Sothis.
I may be sleeping, but
Bye. Sofas, according to the captions. Great
Part
tree
1.
moon.
White clouds. Great tree moon. 3 houses.
Let's go!
The icy winds of the Agma Mountains have begun to scatter, and the verdant fields once again spring to life across Fodlan, heralding the start of a new year. As they celebrate the dawning year, the people pray that they may realize their full potential, just as a tiny sprout hopes to one day grow into a great tree.
I love these beginning of the month descriptions and like the big mural. Oh, it's so good.
The continent of Fodlan, said to be protected by a revered goddess, has existed since time immemorial. 3 ruling powers now control the land.
I love the good lore.
In the south lies a region long held by a more than 1,000-year-old dynasty, the Adrestian Empire. Beyond its borders, to the frigid north, is the home of the Holy Kingdom of Fargus, ruled by the royal family.
The Blue
and its
Lions,
knights.
which I did before.
To the east, a league of nobles that heeds no king nor emperor rules what is called the Leicester Alliance.
The
Once
map and
consumed
cutscenes
by
are so
tempest
beautiful,
of
Betty, you're
war and
right.
turmoil,
I love them so
Fodlan
much.
And these 3 mighty powers now exist in relative harmony.
And then Garrod Mack in the middle.
This will be your first time at the monastery. I'd be happy to show you around.
It really is Fodlan in a nutshell. The good and the bad.
Like it or not, we'll be there soon enough.
Ah! The classic. Parts, the trees part. The view is revealed.
There it is. Garreg Mach Monastery.
There we are. I love the music. It's Hanneman. I love him. Just this bit. Oh, so beautiful. It is so beautiful. Ah! Makes you want to recreate Garreg Mach in Minecraft. Wow. I mean, if you can do that, please do. That would be amazing. But I imagine it's very difficult. Yeah, no one knows how to spell anything in this game. It's fine.
I wonder, did the flow of time bring you here?
The flow of time, you say? The flow of time? Like, you know, the thing that we just stopped and rewound? Audience
It's been
chamber.
years since I've last set eyes on this place. To be forced to see her now,
Her? Who is her?
You saw her in the courtyard earlier, didn't you? The Archbishop, Lady Rhea. As you know, the majority of folks in Fodlan are devout followers of the teachings of Seros. The leader of that ridiculously large religious organization is the Archbishop, Lady Rhea.
So she's like the Pope, I think.
Thank you for your patience, Gerald. My name is Seteth. I am an advisor to the Archbishop.
Hi, Seteth.
Right, hello.
It has been a long time, Gerald. I wonder, was it the will of the goddess that we have another chance meeting like this?
Maybe.
Forgive my silence all these years. Much has happened since we last spoke.
So I see. The miracle of fatherhood has blessed you. That is your child, is it not?
That is standing right here. Hello.
Yes. Born many years after I left this place. I wish I could introduce you to the mother of my child, but I'm afraid we lost her to illness.
Oh, you wouldn't have the motivation to recreate it. That's fair. You tried to make Hogwarts once and it failed miserably. Yeah. I feel like that with any kind of like when I'm building stuff in The Sims, that kind of thing. I'm like, I'm gonna do this amazing house. It's gonna look like this. It's gonna be so cool. And then half an hour in, I'm like, meh. I'm bored now.
I see. My condolences. As for you, I heard of your valiant efforts from Alois. What is your name?
My name is Chloe.
A fine name indeed.
Hey, Sekrios. Welcome. Thank you for the happy birthday. How are you doing today?
From the bottom of my heart, I thank you for saving those students of the Officers' Academy.
Oh, thank you for following as well, Sekrios. Oh, it's a veritable party in here today. Woo!
Gerald, you already know what it is I wish to say, do you not?
You want me to rejoin the Knights of Seros, don't you? I won't say no, but...
Your apprehension stings. I had expected that Alois would have already asked this of you.
It's Alois. Don't trust him to do anything how you expect him to do it. He's amazing, but... You're doing okay. Saw that ad I posted and thought it'd be worth saying hi. Oh, I'm glad you saw it. And hi.
I must step away for now, but I expect they will desire a word with you soon.
If you don't mind telling me, do you want to tell me where you saw that ad? That'd be real helpful to me. But you don't have to, if you don't want to.
Please listen carefully to what they have to say. Until tomorrow, farewell.
Next day.
Forced back into the Knights of Seros. I'm sorry I dragged you into this. Looks like I'll be stuck here for a while. And I'm afraid your services are requested as well.
Cool. I must work here? Genuinely forgot too many discords, that's fair. The too many discords is a problem. Got an appointment in 2 minutes. Oh, that's alright. I hope it's a good appointment, whatever it's for. But thanks for dropping in. I hope you have a fab rest of your day. As a mercenary, that is my job.
Nothing like that. They want you to teach, by the sound of it. You heard those brats earlier talking about the Officers' Academy, right?
Take care. Thank you. It is a good appointment. That's good to hear. Well, you can't, in this game, it seems, you don't need any qualifications to teach.
Well, the Academy just happens to be short a professor. And apparently that damned Alois went and recommended you to Lady Rhea.
Of course he did.
So, you must be the new professor. My, how stern and handsome you are.
Why, thank you, Manuela.
No. I'm not the one you're looking for.
Ah,
You can handle things from here. Good luck.
I thought she meant me.
And watch out for Lady Rhea. I don't know what she's thinking, making you a professor like this. She may be up to something. Stay on your guard.
Manuela. Yep, Manuela. Manuela is also bi. I will claim her. You know, I don't think you're wrong. I think everyone should be bi in this game. They all have bi vibes, but particularly Claude
you then?
and Manuela, it seems.
So young.
Competence and age are not necessarily correlated, as you well know.
The annoying thing with this game is that it does have, like, same-sex romance options, but it's not the same as, like, The Sims, where just everyone is pan or whatever. There's specific people that you can romance, and specific people that you can't, and it's all very confusing. And Claude is not bi, and he should be!
I am Hanneman, a Crest Scholar and Professor at the Officers' Academy. I wonder if you bear a crest of your own. When next you have a moment to spare, I insist that you pay me a visit so we can delve into the subject further.
I'm Manuela. I'm a professor, a physician, a songstress, and available.
Oh, you know,
It's
Manuela.
Nice to meet you.
This is her entire character personality. I'm sure there's a mod for that. Maybe, but it is a Switch game, so it's a lot harder to mod Switch games without, you know, voiding warranty and breaking things. Betty's never gotten to the same-sex relationship options, and it makes you sad. Oh, that is sad. I've definitely, when I did Blue Lions, I remember having, because I always play with the femme Byleth. I remember Mercedes being an option and Annette being an option. But I didn't choose either of them, and I chose Ash. That's not going to mean anything to those of you that don't know the game, but we will meet them in due course, don't you worry. You're a songstress? Of course I'd ask her about that. It's me.
Of course. Before I came here, I belonged to a renowned opera company. Perhaps you've heard of me? The Mittelfranc Opera Company is beautiful, peerless.
Spare our colleague the needless chatter, Manuela.
Let her talk about her, like, things she's proud of.
Now then, it seems you'll be taking charge of one of the
JPET3,
Academy's
thank you for
three
the
houses.
follow.
I expect you haven't yet been briefed on the nature of each, have you?
Do you really not know? Fine. I'll do you a favor and explain.
This is where we learn about the houses.
The Officers' Academy is comprised of 3 houses of students, each of which is closely affiliated with its region of origin. The Black Eagle House is for students from the Adrestian Empire.
Oh, thank you for the happy birthday, JPET3. Hope it's a great day for you. It's a great day already. I've got plans tonight, going out for dinner. I'm going to go see June. I'm very excited. But this is already making it a great day, so thank you very much.
Their house leader this year is Edelgard, the Imperial Princess, who is in line to be the next Emperor.
The Blue Lion House is for students from the Holy Kingdom of Fargus.
My sweet, sweet boy. My sweet, sweet boy,
Their
Dimitri.
house leader this year is Prince Dimitri. He is to be the next king of Fargus.
Betty, it annoys me how Hanneman tells Manuela to be quiet, but then talks for hours about crests. I know! It's almost like the kind of misogyny creeps into the things we make. But hey ho. This very quickly became one of your favorite games. Ah, it is such a good game. Honestly, a friend of mine was like, 5 favorite games, go. And I was like, Fire Emblem 3 Houses. That was like the only one that I came up with straight away. So yeah, it's such a great game.
Lastly, there is the Golden Deer House, which is for students of the Leicester Alliance. Their house leader is Claude, grandson to Duke Regan, the leader of the Alliance.
To think that the next Emperor, King, and Sovereign Duke are all here. It certainly is a promising year for the Academy.
I'll say. I just hope none of those little treasures cause any trouble.
An academic older man being a misogynist? That's so unrealistic. Yeah, I know, Dan. You'd never imagine any kind of older academics being misogynistic. It never happens.
Quite. For now, I suggest taking a stroll around the Academy to get your bearings. And When you've a moment, please stop by my research laboratory.
So you can talk all about your crests.
Oh, and keep in mind that I've only notified the house leaders that you're our new professor. It's more fun that way.
Had a hard time not immediately starting a new run when you finish one. Yeah, me too. The only reason I didn't was because it was on my brother's Switch when I played it before. And I was like, I can't steal this for another 70 hours. But now I have my own and my own copy of the game. So I can play it however much I want. That's that sentence. Brain shut down halfway through the sentence. It's fine, it does that.
I suggest you try spending time with the students. Some odd ducks in that bunch, but they're good kids. I'm sure Lady Rhea will have more information for you tomorrow, but that should get you going. Good luck. You'll need it.
Have you no intention of changing your mind, Rhea? Appointing a stranger, a child no less, as a professor at our esteemed academy.
Seteth knows what's up. He's not dumb.
I have made my decision, Seteth. I know worrying comes naturally to you, but there is truly no need. That stranger is Gerald's flesh and blood, after all.
I can't say that's all too comforting. How trustworthy is this Gerald character? Is he not the man who went missing after the Great Fire 21 years ago? I would remind you that Flayn is now here with us as well. I beg of you, please consider whether this is an unnecessary risk.
Seteth, they have my trust. Let that be enough for you as well. More importantly, I have received a report from Shamir. I am increasingly concerned about a matter regarding our suspicious individual.
Ooh, suspicious individual?
We cannot ignore those who harbor ill will toward the church, especially if they are frequenting Garrick Mach.
Yes, that matter is of great importance as well. I shall continue my investigation.
Thoughts on Rhea? Well, see, the thing is, with the Blue Lions one, I've discussed this with one of my friends who's played them all and knows all about them. You don't get much of, like, Rhea in the Blue Lions one. You just kind of get the main plot points. So I'm like, something is very off. I'm not sure what it is yet, because Blue Lions, like, it's very focused on Dimitri and all of that, and you don't get so much of the, like, rest of the world lore, so I'm like, I don't really know the overall plot of this game. So yeah, she's very smarmy, and I don't like smarmy. It always puts me on edge. I think it works well because if she was a smarmy, if she was male, then the smarmy would be incredibly uncomfortable for, like, me as a woman, and I would just be like, oh yeah, immediately be like, no. But because it's a woman, and it shouldn't be like this, but this is just the way that I've been, like, socialized in the way that my brain is working right now, but because she's a woman, it makes me less certain of the smarminess and whether it's dangerous, and I've gone off on a tangent I probably shouldn't. But yeah, she's just so weird. I can never tell what her motives are, and I hate it.
Rhea, for now I will have faith that you are placing your trust with the utmost care. I pray that nothing occurs to shake that confidence.
But yes, now you've got me thinking all about, wow, I need to reevaluate how I think about Rhea if she was a man. I need to reevaluate why I think that, and I'm going to go down a rabbit hole. Thank you, Betty. Wee. Wee. She's very weird. Comes across on the surface as so pleasant, but also very quick to be like, burn anyone against what I believe. Yeah. She has big, like, cult leader vibes. Now I'm thinking about it. The monastery, everybody! These are all of the people we shall meet in due course. Benny agrees. To be honest, I played through the Golden Deer route like nearly 2 years ago, so you don't fully remember, but feel like the Black Eagle House is probably the best one to play to find out stuff. Ooh, that's fun. That's interesting, because my other friend said the other way round. Ooh. We'll find out, I guess. Eventually I'll have played them all. JPet3 was very sad you couldn't marry Claude in your Golden Deer run because you were male. I know! I know! He's bi! He is so charming. He's a very charming man. That was a very anime shot of Dimitri there as well. Why, hello, Lady Rhea. Standing stoically, as always. Yeah, her whole thing of Seteth, you should agree with me because I said so. It's very cult leaderish. Yeah. And, like, Seteth is her advisor. He's, like, literally employed to disagree with her and tell her what he thinks. And yet she's always like, no, Seteth. Exploring! While exploring the monastery, you don't need to know the controls. That's my job. If you're ever unsure what to do next, look to the left side of the screen. Your current objectives will be displayed there. Lovely. There we go. Accept the quest from Rhea. Okay. Hi. Oh, that's not the right button.
I assume you are already aware that you will be teaching here at the Officers' Academy, correct?
Yes.
To start, please speak with the 3 house leaders. You should also take a look around the academy and acquaint yourself with your new home.
I will do just that.
That is your first task here at the monastery. Please let me know if you accept it. Once you have finished, come and speak with
What
me.
would she do if I said no? She's like, please let me know if you accept it. I'm like, you're not really giving me a choice, are you?
May I ask a
I
favor?
can decline it. I mean, we've got to do it to do the story, so... You should speak with every student you can. This might be your only chance to see what they're really like before you become a professor. Informal introductions. Speak to the 3 house leaders and gather information about the students in each house. The students can be found in the reception hall on the 1st floor and throughout the Officers' Academy. Very nice. Accepted the quest. Quests are tasks given to you by people around the monastery. Those who can give or are involved with quests will have icons by them. Consult the quests menu to see the quests you have accepted. The icons beside each quest indicate their status. Icons for essential quests are red. Amazing. It's been a long time since I played this game. Gotta remind myself. I get confused with the names of the houses sometimes. Yeah, that's fair. I find the colours easier to remember than the names. Yeah, it is confusing why they call it the Black Eagles and yet they're red. I'm like, why? Oh, I love this game.
Ha! I imagine you were a bit surprised that I recommended you as a professor here.
Yeah. You don't know what I'm like teaching people.
Frankly, we had someone else in mind for the role, but they ran off during our dust-up with the bandits. Can't entrust students to someone who's abandoned them once before, huh?
I love how this also never comes up again. He just mentions it offhandedly and I'm like, does this person not want to come back or you go after them or something? But no.
You saved the lives of the students you came across. That, at least, was admirable. Now you should make the rounds. Go around the monastery and see that you greet everyone.
I will. Now, I'm afraid you're going to have to deal with me exploring this monastery because I have to go around and look at every single thing. This is Seteth's office. No, it's not. It's the advisory room. Seteth's in here quite a lot. But not today. First floor, let's go. Minimap. The minimap in the upper right corner of the screen shows your current location, the locations of important people, the directions to quest givers, and more. Zoom or change the map view with the ZR button. Cool. There's nobody here except Edelgard and some people next to me. Where are the people next to me? This side? I'm standing on them. What? This is really weird. Look. I can't...
What do you think?
There they are! They just hadn't loaded. I was so confused. Oh! It was just being slow. Interesting. Reception hall. That's a lot of chandeliers. Spotted Edelgard. Here she is. Hi.
So, you've accepted a teaching position here.
I have indeed.
Pity. I was hoping you would lend your strength to the Empire. I never properly introduced myself, did I? My name is Edelgard von Hresvelg.
I always find Hresvelg hard to say when I haven't heard it immediately. Once you hear it, you're like, yes. And then in half an hour, I'll have forgotten how to say it.
I am the princess and heir apparent of the Adrestian Empire. I wonder if you'll be tasked with leading the Black Eagles.
That's the
I
plan.
hope you had a chance to meet everyone. Would you like to know more about any of the Black Eagles?
Tell me, tell me. What does she think about herself?
Me? Well, some think I'm a bit distant. Arrogant, even. But there's little to be done. One day, I must rise to become Adrestia's next emperor.
She didn't care what anyone else thinks.
Well, it seems to me that we may have similar personalities.
Does it now? Does it now, Edelgard? Hubert?
Hubert is the heir of Marquis Vestra. He has served me since I was a child. You may think his blood runs a bit cold, but actually that's rather accurate.
He's scary.
Still, if you can get past that, you'll see he's quite astute and reasonable.
It'll be interesting to get to know Hubert.
For some reason, he thinks of me as a bitter rival
This is
and
Ferdinand.
always trying to challenge me. It's terribly irritating. His house is that of Dugaia, which produces Adrestia's prime ministers. That family is, perhaps, too pleased with its own status.
That's not really a way to get prime ministers, is it? Based on birth. But hey-ho, here we are.
He's
Linhart.
remarkably intelligent, but he only wishes to apply himself to tasks that particularly interest him, and nothing else. He's also fond of, well, napping.
I relate to Linhart on a deep level.
If he had any work ethic or sense of duty to speak of, I suppose he would be destined to become an official of the Empire.
I too value napping. Caspar!
He's the second son of Count Bergles. He has no inheritance in his future, which is perhaps why he's always so eager to prove himself.
Oh, hey, Leo, you're back. Got some random motivation to paint some more, so you got to ride that motivation wave. You do. You've got to ride it when you find it. That's okay. You don't have to stay the whole time. Your watercolor painting, I'm sure, is amazing. Betty loves Linhart. Yes.
He's overly energetic and rushes headfirst into any battle. If he ends up in your care, be sure to keep a close eye on him.
He's a little puppy. Caspar is such a puppy. Bernadetta.
She's Count Varley's only daughter. I suppose you could say she's a bit eccentric, but she seems like a gentle soul. I believe she's shut herself away in her quarters and doesn't care to leave, but don't worry, I'll make sure she finds her way to class.
I also relate to Bernadetta on a deep level. I too shut myself away and don't care to leave. Hey, how Luke! Arrived just in time for Caspar. We know how much you love Caspar. Oh no, Leo's watercolor painting is awful. You lost motivation to do it. Oh no, you're just forcing yourself to finish it for practice. Oh, that's fair. I do that sometimes as well. But I'm sure it's not awful because I've seen some of your art and it's real good. So I'm sure you're amazing at watercolor too.
Few commoners have joined the Black Eagle House, but Dorothea is an exception.
I like Dorothea. I recruited her from the Blue Lions when I played it before.
She's a songstress from a famous opera company in the Empire. I'm not entirely sure what brought her to the Officers Academy.
And this is why I like Dorothea, because she's a singer and I'm basic. Because I'm also a singer. Yeah, Betty's punching you with the aggressive positivity as well. Ariel, hello! It's the eternal problem of, is it actually bad or do I just hate it because I made it? Yeah! I feel that. I might not be an artist, but I do make music and yep.
To the west of Fodlan is an archipelago called Brigid.
Petra is the granddaughter of their king.
I like Petra too. Music is art. Yeah, I meant in terms of like artist, right? Drawing, painting like Leo's doing. But yes, music is art. You are correct.
Bridget is a vassal state of the Empire, which is how she came to be enrolled here. She's incredibly smart and studious.
I like her boots. Okay, well that's Edelgard. It's the gatekeeper. Everybody loves the gatekeeper.
Greetings! You must
Greetings!
be the professor. What a pleasure. As for me, my job is to stand here at this glorious entrance and leisurely watch over the comings and goings of everyone. Make folks smile, you know?
He does make us smile.
And by that, I mean to vigilantly guard this entrance with my very life. No levity whatsoever. As of now, nothing to report.
I love this guy. Right.
Yes.
We've been to Edelgard. Let's go this way. Spotted Claude. The Officers' Academy. Where is he? Here he is.
Well, scored a teaching gig here, did you? Talk about a great first impression.
The gatekeeper is the unsung hero of this game. Always so fun. He is. He's the most fun. We already said that Alois was the most fun, though. They can't both be the most fun. They must fight it out. There's only one thing for it. That's it.
I guess that means I'd better introduce myself properly. I'm Claude von Regan. I'm from the ruling house of the Leicester Alliance, but don't worry too much about all that madness. I'm guessing you don't know which class you'll be teaching yet, do you? I bet you'd like ours. We're not as difficult as the other two.
I'm sure I would, but we're doing Black Eagles today.
Have you met the folks from the Golden Deer House yet? Care to know more about anyone?
Shall we meet everybody else? What do you think about yourself, Claude?
Piqued your interest, have I? As luck would have it, I'm pretty curious about you as well.
Oh, Claude. Oh.
But what's life without a bit of mystery? Let's just spend the next year or so learning about each other little by little.
Mysterious. Lorenz.
He's the heir of Gloucester territory. If you haven't already picked up on it, he's a bit arrogant and fancies himself a ladies' man.
Claude, stop it. I know. Best thing is I'm femme-bileth, so I actually can romance Claude if I wish. Well, I don't think I can because he's not. We're doing
That
Black
said,
Eagles, but
deep
still.
down, he's really devoted and honest. Though I wouldn't mind never hearing him talk about his noble obligations ever again.
Raphael. No
He comes
relation
from
to the
a merchant
turtle.
family, but his parents died in an accident. Seems like he's had a rough life. Despite all that, he's just about the most cheerful guy you'll ever meet. His passions are training, eating, and actually that's about it.
He's the classic barbarian, simple barbarian kind of guy. Ignatz, gentle giant.
He's
That's
the
what I was looking
second
for.
son of a merchant family. Since his brother will inherit the business, he's training to become a knight. If you
Oh,
ask
dear.
me, it doesn't seem like he truly wants to be a knight. He's probably just doing it to please his parents.
Look at his little satchel. Isn't it cute? Raphael, the definition of a gentle giant who just loves his food. Exactly. Lysithia.
Lysithia is the daughter of Count Ordelia, and is probably the youngest student here. But watch out, she gets angry if you treat her like a child. As for me, I do it on purpose. You have to make your own fun in this place, you know?
That's shitty behaviour, Claude. I love you, but don't do that. Have you got any recruitment plans? Not at the moment. I tend to just recruit whoever ends up allowing me to, because I don't plan forward for things. But yeah.
Marianne is Margrave Edmund's daughter, and that's pretty much all I know about her. She doesn't interact much with other students, so I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of folks here have never even heard her speak.
Hilda.
Hilda is the only daughter of Duke Goneril. It seems her father and brother coddle her quite a bit. If you look up lazy in the dictionary, Her picture won't be there because she never got around to submitting it. Not too unusual for a noble.
Hilda has ADHD confirmed. Lysithea is fantastic. I was just thinking, as you said that, oh, maybe I should aim for Lysithea. Because I've heard she's very good to have on your team.
Leonie enrolled because she wants to be a mercenary. I think she said that her father is a hunter. She's pretty blunt and as stingy as they come. A habitual saver, too. I think she's hoping to repay her village for helping to send her here.
It's very wholesome. Lysithea is such a powerhouse. Ooh, maybe I should then. I need to get good magic for her, right? Like faith and stuff? Maybe it's reason. Let's go talk to them. Let's go say hi. Hi, Lorenz.
Ah, you must be that renowned mercenary. Perhaps you'd like to join me for a cup of tea sometime.
Lorenz does love his tea.
Hellman Gloucester. You will want to remember it.
It just makes me laugh. Lorenz Hellman Gloucester. He sounds like a sandwich filling. Powerhouse when you level her up, at least. That's fair. I think she needs high magic stat and faith at maybe a C. Can't quite remember. That makes sense. Luckily, I think Byleth is pretty good at faith, so I need to put some focus on that then.
So you're the skilled mercenary who saved Claude, are you?
I am.
Oh, you are? It's such an honor to meet you.
He does sound like a sandwich filler, yeah.
Ignatz Victor. My parents are Alliance merchants.
It really makes me laugh, especially with the Leicester Alliance places, how they went, fantasy names. Let's just take some British place names. Let's just take some English names. And they're just like, yes, Leicester. Yes, that sounds fantasy. And I'm like, it's just Leicester. It's just Gloucester. They're just places.
And I am Lysithea von Ordelia. Please do not forget it.
But then all their names are like Dutch sounding. I don't know. I'm sure there's some kind. I'm not a linguist. I'm sure there's some kind of people that have thought this through.
Hey, are you that mercenary?
I am.
Everyone's been talking about you.
Yeah, I hear they have.
I'm Hilda Valentine Goneril, and her name is Marianne von Edmund.
Hi.
Are you joining the Knights of Seros or something?
Teehee.
Well, I look forward to seeing more of you.
They don't know. Oh, look. More people in the corner.
Are you someone's guest? The dining hall's that way, if that's what you're looking for.
Don't be rude.
No, Raphael. That's Captain Gerald's kid.
Of course Leonie would know.
Hi, I'm Leonie Pinelli, Captain Gerald's first and greatest apprentice. I'm sure he's told you about me.
He has not.
Nice to meet you. I'm Raphael Kirsten. Who are you again?
Oh, he's so dumb and lovely. So friendly. Okay, so that's them. Let's go talk to Demetria first. He's over here. My sweet, sweet boy.
Please accept my apologies for the other day. You came to our aid, yet I hadn't even the courtesy to properly introduce myself. I am Dimitri Alexandra Blathid, Crown Prince of the
okay.
Holy Kingdom of Fargus.
That one's harder. I told you I'd forget how to say Edelgard's surname, and I have. Blathid. That's like Welsh? It looks kind of Welsh.
Of course, at the academy, I am simply a student. And I've heard word that you are to become a professor here.
You have declared battle! Nate Scott Jones! How dare you, sir! How dare you? I'm in the lead, I believe, between the two of us. Oh, there's too many things on my desk. I got 4. You got a 17 on my birthday! How dare you! Well, I'm still in the lead. A double D in the name, that's definitely Welsh. Yep. There we go, confirmed.
Delightful news. I still have much to learn, but I'm confident I could benefit greatly from your guidance. In any case, welcome to the monastery. I hear you're investigating the different houses here.
I am the
Did any of the blue lions catch your attention?
the best of investigators. You regret nothing. You shouldn't. Don't back down. Tell me about the blue lions, Dimitri.
Me? Oh, please forgive me. It's difficult to open up on the spot, don't you think?
Yeah, very much so, Dimitri.
I'm afraid my story has not been a pleasant one. I do hope that doesn't color your view of me, but I understand if that can't be helped.
Well, not if you're going to tell me nothing about it. Dedu!
Dedu was born in Dusker, and has been loyally working in my service for the past 4 years. He's rather taciturn, but once you get to know him, you'll see he's a kind and good-natured young man.
He is indeed. And he loves to cook.
Felix is the heir to House Fraldarius. He has a bit of a sharp tongue, but don't let that fool you. Deep down, he's a good guy. He gravitates toward people who are skilled. Perhaps you would enjoy a friendly competition with him sometime.
It's my boy, Ash!
He's the adoptive son of Lord Lonato of Castle Gaspar, but I hear he was born a commoner.
I romanced Ash on my Blue Lions playthrough. Because he's the sweet, sweet boy!
He has an extremely earnest personality, so I'm certain he will approach your lectures with great enthusiasm.
Earnest is definitely how I would describe Ash. He is the very definition of earnest. Sylvain!
Sylvain is the heir to House Gautier. He is a capable person who highly values his friends. That said, well, he's always been a bit of a skirt chaser, so to speak. Pardon my bluntness. I speak with him about it often, but it doesn't seem to help.
Mercedes.
I hear she was born to imperial nobility, but a twist of fate brought her to the kingdom. She may seem carefree on the surface, but she's actually a kind soul who pays careful attention to everyone around her.
And look at her wonderful hair! Isn't it lovely? Annette.
Annette is Baron Dominic's niece. She is a talented student who scored extremely high marks at the Royal School of Sorcery. She's cheerful and hardworking. Brilliant, really. Though she can be a bit oblivious at times. I hear she caused an explosion in the kitchen last night.
I also deeply identify with Annette.
Ingrid is Count Galatia's daughter. She is also a childhood friend of Felix, Sylvain, and myself. She is diligent, industrious, and principled. In truth, she is more knightly than most knights you will ever meet.
That is true. Right, well, that's everybody.
Your effort.
We did our quest. You are responsible for choosing which house to lead. If there are still students you have yet to speak with, try visiting each other's house's homeroom. Quest complete. We got a sword and a vulnerary. I suppose I should return to Rhea. No! I want to talk to everybody. Blue Lines, we haven't been in there yet, have we? Oh, we can talk to this person.
This classroom belongs to the Blue Lion House. Our house leader is Prince Dimitri. All of us here hail from the Holy Kingdom of Fargus.
Hi, Sylvain.
Well, well. It must be my lucky day today, being approached by such a beauty.
We have to deal with this every time.
I'm Sylvain Jose Gautier. Feel free to say hi whenever you like.
Bye! Who's over here? Dudu and Ash.
Hi there. You must be the one everyone's talking about.
Hey.
I'm Ash. Great to meet you.
The sweet, sweet boy.
This here is Dedu. He serves Prince Dimitri.
Look at the height difference.
I have heard that you rescued His Highness. Words cannot express my gratitude. Should you ever require my strength, please know that I will hasten to repay this debt.
A much nicer people than Sylvain.
I have heard all about what you did from Prince Dimitri. As a citizen of Fargus, I thank you.
You're very welcome, Ingrid.
He also said you're quite skilled. And he doesn't just say things like that.
I am jealous of Felix's hair, I'm not gonna lie.
I look forward to sparring with you and beating you.
Felix, must you always always speak of fighting right away. Oh, and, you may call me Ingrid. It is a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Annette and Mercedes.
What's this? You don't look familiar at all. Do you work here at the monastery?
I will soon.
Oh, Mercy. Do you think this is that mercenary people have been talking about?
Now
I'm
that
right
I think
here.
about it, that does sound like something Dimitri may have said.
I'm right here.
I suppose you'll be enrolling at the Officers Academy too then?
Yikes.
Well, it's a pleasure to meet you. My name is Mercedes, and this is my best friend.
I'm Annette. It's nice to meet you.
Hey. Very nice, very nice. Now let's go meet the people we're actually going to lead. Homeroom of the Black Eagles.
This is the classroom of the Black Eagle House, which is for students from the Adrestian Empire. Our house leader is Princess Edelgard. There are many other nobles among our ranks as well.
Hello, everybody. Ferdinand and Benedetto.
What? I don't talk to strangers.
She's outside her room. This is very, very rare.
Bernadetta, this is no stranger. Our house leader owes this person a great debt. Is that not right?
Annette, what a catch. You know, Ariel, I think you're right. I think she's also a liability. But definitely a catch.
I am Ferdinand von Eyre, legitimate son of the Eyre family, the Empire's foremost house. Are you going to join our class? I look forward to getting better acquainted with you.
In a sense, I'm going to join your class, I guess. Over here, Hubert and Petra.
I am Hubert, a humble servant of Lady Edelgard.
And I have the spookiest voice.
I heard you came to the aid of Her Highness.
Mm.
You have my most sincere thanks. This is Petra. She has come all the way from Brigid to study in the Empire. Back on her archipelago, she is actually a princess. In Fodlan terms, she would be called heir to the throne.
Hello. I am called Petra. I am pleased to be meeting with... I am pleased to have met you.
Is it true that you saved Edelgard? That's incredible.
I did
My name's
indeed.
Gaspar, by the way. Pleased to meet you.
Linhard, goodbye.
Linhard.
How'd you get into the academy with those manners? So, are you a student here too? Maybe we'll be in the same class.
Dancer Hubert, I think we need it. I think he needs it. Oh my gosh. Oh, that would be tricky. That would definitely be tricky. I don't know if I have the wherewithal for that.
Well now, you don't have a familiar face.
I don't.
What brings you here?
I, Chloe, have a very familiar face, I'm frequently told.
Oh, my name is Dorothea. Before I joined the academy, I was a member of an opera company in the Empire. You should hear me sing sometime.
JPET3, I remember Googling best class for Annette and saw someone answer a forum, Byleth's wife. Yeah. She is a catch. We've already said it, she is a catch. I suppose I should return to Rhea. Yeah, we've spoken to everyone now, let's go.
How are you enjoying your time at the Academy thus far? I hope you have found our halls brimming with the vitality of well-intentioned souls.
That's one way of putting it.
I suppose it is time for you to take charge of one of our 3 houses of students. I must
Here we
note that
go.
I am personally against entrusting someone as lacking in trackable history as yourself with such a task. But it is as the Archbishop desires.
The Black Eagles, the Blue Lions, and the Golden Deer. All so different. I hope you've made it a point to get to know each of them.
You know, Manuela's makeup is just on point. And I've never appreciated this before, but it's fantastic.
Since you are new here, we have decided to allow you first pick. Manuela and I will take charge of the remaining 2 houses.
Which house will I choose? We already know we're going for Black Eagles, a house for students from the Adrestian Empire. Many are nobility, and most of them use magic. That's fun! Let's go.
So you have chosen the Black Eagles led by Edelgard, correct?
Correct.
Your heart has made
And
its
now,
choice then.
we're red.
All I ask is that you guide these open minds with virtue, care, and sincerity.
They are all promising youths who bear the weight of Fodlan's future upon their shoulders. I hope you appreciate what an honor it is to lead them.
I do. Stop condescending me.
Brother? Oh, I am so sincerely sorry. I did not mean to interrupt.
I'm in the middle of something, Flame. Is it urgent?
No, it's nothing. More importantly...
This is our newest professor at the Academy.
Hello, Flame.
Oh my! A new addition to the Officers' Academy! I am so very pleased to meet you, Professor. I am Seth's little sister, Flame. I am so happy to make your acquaintance.
Flame! Yeah, she's so sweet, isn't she?
Let us focus on the topic at hand. There is something you should be aware of.
Ooh, what?
In a few days' time, there will be a mock battle between the three houses, intended to gauge the current progress of the students. We will be using this battle as an opportunity to ascertain your own abilities as well.
No pressure, then.
Please do not disappoint the Archbishop. That is all.
It's fine. Everything is fine.
Wait, so our new professor is you? I didn't see that one coming.
Nobody did. That's the point.
Easy, Caspar. Aren't you being a bit rude?
You know it's a waste of time to expect politeness from him. It will be a pleasure learning from you, Professor. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm off to take a nap.
I love Lynn Hart!
Don't look at me like that! Oh, and please don't talk to me too much either.
I'm sorry for the chaos you've walked into.
I'm always here for chaos. It's all good.
I hear we are rather close in age, Professor. I hope you do not mind if we treat you like one of us.
So long as none of you hit on me.
In our class,
oh, they're gonna do that.
Each other as equals, despite any differences in age or status. Personally, I would love to include you in that inner circle.
I have no choice. I don't mind at all.
You have a gut, Professor. I will take great joy from your teaching.
I do indeed have a gut, because I am alive and my body works. I have a gut.
Petra, I believe you mean to say that our professor has guts. That's a bit different from having a gut. You can't go around saying someone so slim and attractive has a gut.
Dorothy, are you hitting on me as well? I asked you not to do this.
Oh, please take my apologies. I have not yet mastered this language. Professor, I want you to know that it's perfectly acceptable for you to treat me as you do the others. I may be the Imperial Princess, but here at the Academy, I'm just another student.
If you say so.
That said, know that I have high expectations of you, and high hopes. But I'm certain you can lead the Black Eagle House to greatness.
Sure. Now let's break the ice with a training session. I want to see our new teacher in action.
Hang on, I'm the teacher here. I decide.
Why will the ice be broken? Is this a custom I have missed in my studies?
Not real ice, just the ice of, well, it just means let's get to know each other.
I don't want to train. Let's stay in the classroom and learn from a book.
Let's all calm down and have a nice cup of tea, how about? Doesn't that sound lovely, Professor?
Oh my god, he's asleep.
I know we all agreed to treat each other as equals, but there is a limit to what I can tolerate. The esteemed Black Eagle House requires order.
You mean you require order? This is going well.
Looks like your first job will be to quiet down this racket. I don't envy you.
They're not normally this rowdy. I do hope you can manage, Professor.
I'm sure I will. Reinforcements. Enemy reinforcements may sometimes approach from strongholds and stairs. Here we go again. Whee! Zoom! Zoom. This is far too much fun. Whee! Go a tiny bit at a time. There are new places to explore in the monastery. Very fun. Received 1,000 G from the Church of Syros as funding for this month's activities. Thank you very much. Oh, what's happening?
Say,
Hanuman.
while you're here, I'd like to use this device I designed to determine whether the power of a crest resides within you. Won't hurt a bit. Promise. You don't know about crests? Well, allow me to tell you everything, absolutely everything about them. Is your calendar clear? This will take a while.
But God forbid Manuela talk about the things she's passionate about. Oh dear.
Crests are a fascinating topic, but before one can dive deeply into said topic, one must first understand what crests are. They are power incarnate.
Time for Hanuman to info dump about crests. Yeah. You know, Hanuman is probably autistic, considering how much he likes to info dump and he has a special interest. I love that for him.
They are said to have been bestowed upon humans by the goddess countless ages ago. They exist within the flesh and are passed down through bloodlines. Those who carry crests may excel at magic, display exceptional strength, or any number of boons. Each crest has its own power, the nature of which is beyond mortal understanding. For now.
No, it wouldn't surprise me either, Betty. I also love the way he says, for now. He's like, I am a scientist and I will figure it out! And you believe I have a crest?
I suspect as much, yes. But we won't know for sure unless I look into the matter.
I'll better get going then.
As I said, crests are passed down through the blood. However, just because someone carries a crest does not necessarily mean their descendants will inherit it as well. Only a scarce few descendants of a crest's bloodline end up inheriting that crest's power. Perhaps one of your ancestors bore a crest, and you just happen to inherit it.
Maybe.
That is how a crest usually presents itself, after all.
Do what you can to find out. I must know.
Yes, of course. I'll get to the bottom of it straight away. Now then, please go ahead and hold out your arm over this device here.
There we go.
What is this?
Ooh.
A pattern I've never seen before. Is it possible an as yet undiscovered crest has been detected?
Time for Hanuman to get excited about crests!
To think there are still crests out there that even I am unaware of. How thrilling!
Thrilling indeed.
Pardon my unrestrained jubilation.
Ooh.
I have much to consider. You may leave now. I have more research to do in regard to this crest. Yes, so very much more research. But for now, your work here is done.
Alrighty.
What could this line here be indicating? Perhaps it represents a lack of symmetry. Or perhaps... What in the world? Oh, I see. It may be connected to that, but to a greater degree than usual.
I love this. He's just like, right, go away. Crest time. Bada bing.
With each moon, professors of the Officers' Academy receive a schedule for the month ahead.
Very good.
It notes the days on which events and missions will take place that month. Pay careful attention to your schedule, so that you may thoughtfully plan what you intend to do each month and when.
The sound's being funky. Might be a connection thing. Push them all in. The monastery schedule features different events on different days. Each week you will have one day off when you may choose an activity from the list. Your only option at first will be explore. That is fine. Select the calendar with the directional buttons to view the schedule. Okay, so we can just explore on this day. How fabulous. Yes, I would like to explore the monastery. So, this is my room. I thought I heard a girl's voice, but I must have been imagining things. Spooky, spooky! Got a journal. I can't remember what the journal's for. Oh, we can change our appearance. We can wear... We can wear the dancer ensemble just always, if we so wish. It is pretty cool. Look at it. Look at it. Lovely. But no, I like that. In battle, we can wear the class stuff, or we can wear our monastery appearance. Okay, we'll leave it as it is. Bulletin board, what does it say? Quest information, fresh catch. Greetings all, please assist me by catching a delectable fish for the St. Cephline celebration. Green thumb beginnings, I'd like some help growing vegetables. Share a bite. The food in the dining hall's pretty appetizing. Is anyone interested in sharing a meal? Ladies preferred. Oh my god, Sylvain. Ugh. Why you got to be like this? Hi, Seteth.
These are the students' quarters. To better help you supervise them, you also have a room here. Your room is here at the end.
I know, I slept in it.
Commoner students also reside on the first floor, while the second is primarily for students of noble birth. As a rule, we try to avoid discrimination based on social status here.
And yet...
But the nobility can be quite insistent when it comes to matters of propriety. Speaking of, it would be best for you to avoid improper conduct. I expect you to set a good example for the students.
What do you take me for? Oh, that's that student. Let's talk to the student.
I'm not too keen on the professor of my class. I really hope to focus more on strategy.
Oh.
Maybe I should talk to my professor about transferring to a different class.
I see. Spotted Dimitri and Dedue.
Let me
Hi,
know when
Dedue.
you are hungry.
Oh.
I will make you a quality meal.
Aww.
As thanks for your service to His Highness.
Dedue wants to cook for me. I would love to be cooked for by Dedue. Oh, he's got a quest.
I have a request.
Green thumb beginnings. Grow plants in the greenhouse. Take Dedue's seeds and ask the greenhouse keeper how to grow and harvest crops. Shape at 3. I love Dedue. So do I. He's so wonderful. There is a dish I would like to make, but I need more of a certain vegetable to do so. I was planning to grow it from seeds in the greenhouse, but if you'd like to help. Of course I'd like to help Dedue. Anything for you. What does Dimitri have to say?
I heard about the upcoming mock battle. I want you to know, Professor, that I do not intend to lose. I hereby declare my intention to prevail at... Goodness, listen to me. The thrill of competition has carried me away. I won't speak so formally of a class assignment in the future.
Bless him. Bless the boy. They're that way. Okay. Claude and Hilda. Hello.
Hey, Teach. I hear there's going to be a mock battle between the houses.
There is indeed. I'm going to kick your
not gonna
ass.
lie, I'm a bit concerned about facing an elite mercenary like you. Maybe take it easy on us. What do you say?
Nah, never. Never!
Oh, Professor, have you adjusted to life at the academy yet? Me, I'm still not used to it. I'm not one for all this studying and training.
Shall we go? Let's go this way. Wait, we have to go to the greenhouse, don't we? Let's go to the greenhouse. That's this way. A new place. The dormitory. Oh, hey, Jazz. Welcome in. Thank you for the lurk. I hope you're having a great day. It is Leonie.
I'm Captain Gerald's first and best apprentice.
Are you now?
I'll beat anyone, Professor. Even you, if I have to.
Challenge
It may have
accepted.
been only for a short time, but I learned from the absolute best.
Is there anybody out in the rooms? Bernadetta, as always.
I don't like to come out unless I really have to. Hope you're okay with that, Professor.
That's fine, Bernadetta. You do you. Oh, it's Sylvain. Why does Sylvain have a quest? He does have a heart, eventually.
Well, there's Dorothea, Hilda, and Mercedes. Lady Rhea's quite the beauty, too.
Oh my god.
And I must admit, I've even checked out Professor Manuela once or twice.
Why are you like this?
You know, Professor, I think I'm going to like it at the Officers Academy. There are beautiful girls as far as the eye can see.
Eventually, yeah. Eventually being the operative word in that sentence.
Professor, I've got a small favor to ask.
Try sharing a meal with others in the dining hall. You can even treat someone to their favourite meal. Talk to the dining staff for details. If I have to eat in that filthy dining hall, I prefer to invite a cute girl to dine with me. Do you now, Sylvain? Do you now? Beforehand, I'll find out her favourite foods so I can order them. She's happy, I'm happy. I haven't missed a move. Pretty great, huh? I mean, that's just like being nice. You can just do that to be nice. You don't have to do it to get in people's pants, Sylvain. Oh, my days. Linhart! Ooh, the greenhouse and fishing pond. Linhart, our favourite napping buddy.
The Great Tree Moon is the best time of the year for naps.
Is it? So, our version of January. Yeah, I see that.
Forget all about my assignment.
That's not a good idea, Linhart. Can we talk to this person? No. There is someone down here, though. It's Cyril.
I'm a little busy.
Hi, Cyril.
If
Sorry.
you're looking for the greenhouse, it's right there. See it? Looks like a greenhouse. That's it.
We'll learn more about Cyril later. Ash.
Oh, did you come to look at the plants too?
I
The
did.
greenhouse here is really incredible.
He's so
There's
wholesome.
so many rare flowers I'd never seen back home, and herbs I never even knew existed.
You seem well informed on the
My
subject.
adoptive father is the real expert. He taught me everything I know about herbs, including how to tell them apart and how to make medicines. You should try looking around the greenhouse sometime if the mood strikes you. Maybe something will catch your eye.
Maybe, you never know. There's something over here I saw. There it is. Western Fodlan seeds. Mixed seeds foraged from the western region of Fodlan. Lovely. Hello, greenhouse keeper. I've got some seeds for you. Gardening. By gardening, you can harvest all kinds of crops. Flowers, for instance, make great gifts. Some people might even decorate their rooms with the flowers you give them. Use the plant command to decide which seeds to use. More seeds mean a bigger harvest, while more compatible seeds will lead to higher quality. Use the cultivate command to pay the greenhouse keeper to look after your crop. The more you spend, the better your harvest will be. Your crop will be ready 1 week after you plant your seeds. Use the harvest command to gather what you've grown. Amazing! Let's plant deduce seeds. After selecting an amount using the directional buttons, press the A button to hand the seeds to the greenhouse keeper. I shall do that. There we go. Deduce seeds. Seeds given to you by Dedu to grow a vegetable for him. Try planting them in the greenhouse. Would you like to plant the selected seeds? Yes, I would. You offered the seeds to the greenhouse keeper. Check back when you next explore the monastery on a free day. Very nice.
My thanks.
You have my gratitude. The greenhouse is an invaluable resource. If we cultivate more plants, I'm sure we'll be able to cook a larger variety of meals. Very nice. Yeah. Wait, I think we can cultivate the seeds. Infuse with magic! Yes, please. There we go. Alrighty. Who's over here? Who's round here? There's a fish keeper. Hi, fish keeper. Fishing has not been unlocked yet. That sucks. Let's talk to Marianne. Hi.
Goddess, I pray to thee. Please protect
We're
us.
interrupting her. Okay. Well, I think here might be a good place to wrap ourselves up. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. What did I do? I would like that not to be the case. There we go. Yes. I can't remember how you get the menu up. Why can't I remember? There we go. Yes, it is 3 o'clock. We're doing a shorter stream today because it's my birthday and I have other things to do, sadly. But yes, let me just save this game. Let's go over to our just chatting to finish up. Oh dear. Are we freezing again? Oh dear. Come on, computer, you're not even running a game. What is your matter? What is the matter? There we go. JPET 3? Thank you so much for subscribing. That's so kind of you. I hope you enjoy. Yeah, you can now watch ad-free. You have some emotes. I am getting some custom emotes eventually. Where's the music? There's the music. They're in the process of being made, but we just have default ones for now. But yes. Oh, I can't believe that froze for so long, but here we are. We're back again. It's all good. Thank you everybody for joining me today. It's been so fabulous to have a birthday stream. It's gone so well. There's been so many people. If you're new, welcome. I hope you enjoyed yourselves. I stream normally. This is an abnormal stream. I normally stream on Wednesdays and Fridays, 3 p.m. UK time. On Wednesdays we play RPG. So this at the moment we're doing Edge of Eternity. And that's a lot of fun. You can interact with the game on that. There's a Twitch extension for that one. Thank you for the well wishes, JPET3. And yes, use those emotes. Yes, I also stream Fridays at 3. Normally we'll do a Chaos game, and Sundays, when I say Chaos game, just whatever I feel like. On Sundays, we have Chill Gaming stream at 2 p.m. This weekend, however, Friday and Sunday are cancelled because I have a cool birthday weekend with some of my friends. So just Wednesday this week, but we've got an extra bonus one on Monday, so there we go. But yes, still there on the Wednesday. Thank you, Nate. I'm glad you had a good time as well. You can find me all over the internet at @Chloe_with_the_flow. The socials, they're all up here. You can put ! socials in the chat and you can find them there as well. And I do so many things. You can also find me on the Deck of Many Aces podcast, which is an actual play D&D 5e podcast made with actual asexuals. And it's a lot of fun. We've had our first anniversary just last week. Last week. And yeah, it's a lot of fun. You should definitely go check that out. You can also check out the Cast of Many Things, which is another TTRPG podcast. Do a bunch of different stuff. I'm on the Masks campaign, which is a teenage superhero kind of vibe. That's a lot of fun. And I'm also on a couple of the Test Kitchen one-shots that you can find out. Most recently, the special Halloween survival horror one-shot. All of that is a lot of fun. Go check me out in podcast land. And you don't get to see my lovely face there, but you do get to hear my voice and my questionable accents. That is the most important thing. So yeah, all of the schedule is updated on Twitch. So I think that's everything. Thank you so much for all the support today, guys. We've had bits, we've had subs, we've had lots of follows. It's all great. If you do want to support the stream, there's a donation link that you can put in the chat. It's !donate, or you can subscribe. You can use bits, but you're already doing the most important thing, which is being here and watching and interacting and having a great time. And that's why I love you all. So yeah, next stream will be Wednesday. Thank you for all the well wishes, everybody. I'm sure I will have a great rest of my day. I'm looking forward to seeing June later. Let's see. Anybody I know online? Preacher Kitty Meows online. I never get the chance to raid them. Let's raid them. Preacher Kitty is a Minecraft whiz. You have to check out their Japanese Eastern style town that they're building up. And if you ask them nicely, they might give you a tour. So yeah, get ready to raid them. See you all soon. Bye.